Okay, good afternoon. We're on the record in CV 2017-0553.
Judge Coffey?
Yes.
I don't have them on yet. Hold on.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Here you go.
All right, good afternoon. We're on the record in CV 2017-055490. It is the matter of Gary T. Johanson et al. Versus Nick Casavelli et al. Please announce appearances.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Bryan Eastin on behalf of the plaintiffs, the estate of Gary Johanson and Donna Johanson. Donna Johanson is seated here next to me as well.
Thank you.
Nick Casavelli and Nicolina Castelli here.
Okay. All right. Judge Blanchard's out today. He alerted me that this deposition was going to be happening and asked if I would be available to assist with any issues that have come up. I agreed to do so. And so I understand that there's an issue that's come up. I understand that you all apparently the issue came up some time ago, but I think as the court noted, the court would not be available between 12 and 1:30. So at any rate, what's the issue that you need the court to address?
This is Bryan speaking, Your Honor. The court, in setting the deposition today in its February 23rd, 2023 order, endorsed a prior protective order that was issued by this court dated February 10th of 2020. In that 2020 order, the court ordered as follows, and I quote, "If defendants wish to record the deposition by audio and or video, defendants must engage a professional videographer for this purpose, and the videographer shall provide to the court at the parties' shared expense 50-50 a copy of the recording which shall be available if necessary to resolve any issues of tampering with the evidence," unquote. When we showed up today at the deposition, the defendants have brought their own camera equipment and they have not engaged a third-party professional videographer as required by the court's minute entry. And I tried to engage with them prior to this several days ago about whether they were going to bring their own equipment or get a professional, and they wouldn't answer me either way. They've just shown up here in an attempt to catch us by surprise with their own equipment. And so we're asking for the court's direction here in this regard, because the 2023 order says that this has to be fully complied with. There's a number of reasons why the protective order was entered, among other things.
I don't want to cut you off, but I actually, because I knew that there might be issues today, I actually read the February 23, 2023 minute entry, and when it referenced the February 10, 2020 minute entry, I read that as well, and I have both of them sitting in front of me, so I am familiar.
Fantastic. So anyway, we're just not wanting to go on the record until we get this resolved, because it looks like they're in violation of this court's order that a professional videographer would be in place. And they have a transcriptionist here, so we're ready to go on the record if they'll just turn the camera off.
All right.
They brought their own
Okay.
equipment.
Let me hear. Because the court closes at 5, so I want to make sure you all we don't spend too much time in the courtroom and you have more time for your deposition. So, Mr. Casavelli or Ms. Castelli, who wants to address the court?
I will, Your Honor. Your Honor, this primary method of notice is by court transcriptionist. That's why she's here. The audio video is additional method. It's not what would be submitted to the court. It's basically an additional method. But
let me ask you a question. Would this be recording the video? Would this be recording the deposition?
Yes.
Okay. It says, if defendants wish to record the deposition, defendants must engage a professional videographer for this purpose.
Okay, but if you also go to says, as required by Rule 30B3D, we have her here.
Doesn't say that in the sentence I just read.
Okay. Well, I don't understand why we're being restricted.
Well, because that's what the court ordered back in February of 2020.
But you don't. Okay. Then somebody can explain to me then, because the primary method is the method noticed in the notice. We didn't agree any other thing other than court reporter, and now you're saying I can't record it additionally?
Correct.
Record the last one.
That's correct.
Then we're not going to do it against that position because you're violating our rights.
Well, sir,
Sir,
the order that was issued specifically says it may not be recorded unless it's a professional videographer.
No, sir. I don't see it that way.
Well,
And this is done then because apparently you're going to violate our rights.
well, I'm just reading the provision of the order, sir. That's
Rule 30 clearly states we have rights under there to take it as additional method. Okay, what's going to be submitted is the transcript. And then why would we, if defendants wish to record a deposition, why would 30B3D, which means that you can have it transcribed by either party, why would that be in there? If we have a transcription, it's here.
here's the thing, sir. The court issued this order. It was, I believe, it was Judge Lisa Flores issued this order back 3 years ago, and this deposition was at that time supposed to be taken back then. I'm not sure why it's 3 years later it's not been taken, and I don't need to know that. That's not important for today. But this is the court's order, and the parties have to abide by the court's order. It's not optional. That's what the order says.
Okay. If it's not optional, then why didn't he get sanctioned for recording it without notice on Gary's deposition? He never noticed us, but he still recorded it.
Sir, I don't know anything about that. I'm not here to.
You're holding me to a different standard.
Hang on.
Judge?
I'm not here to address a past deposition. I'm just here to address what's happening in today's deposition. If something's happened if something's happened in a prior deposition that you think was improper, then you can certainly address that by motion with Judge Blanchard. That would be appropriate. But I'm just here for purposes of addressing issues you all have with your deposition today. And so
there's nothing issue.
So the order. So hang on. The order from the court today is that you may not record the deposition by audio or video because there's not a professional videographer there, and so
you're misunderstanding it. And you're not the judge on the case, so I'm sorry, but I just don't take this as here. I'd like to speak to Judge Blanchard and make a ruling on this.
Okay. Well, Judge Blanchard's not available, and I am available, and that's what the order is. And so if you choose not to take the deposition today, that would be inconsistent. Hang on. That would be inconsistent with the February 23, 2023 order that said the deposition shall be conducted today. So if you choose not to take the deposition today, you're in violation of that order, and I don't know what the consequence for that will be. That'll be up to Judge Blanchard.
Well, then let's get Judge Blanchard here.
Judge Blanchard?
Because I don't agree.
Well, sir, Judge Blanchard's not available, and I'm
requested that he be available today. He knew the date.
Well,
he said he'd be around.
Well, he's not.
Now we have an issue here.
He's not, and he's asked me to cover this if something came up, and I agreed to cover it. And so, in preparation for that, I read these orders, so I knew what they would say, and I'm telling you this is the order from the court today.
Well, then I'm in violation of the order because I'm going to record it. We're going to do this at all. So you can sanction me later, but let's get the deposition going.
Well, the plaintiff doesn't have to sit for the deposition with the video recorder going. Okay, so it's your choice. You either take the deposition today without the video going and recording, or you don't take the deposition. But if you don't take the deposition, I don't know what the consequence of that may be. It may be that you don't get to take the deposition before trial. I don't know. That'll be up to Judge Blanchard.
You're violating due process. That's what you're doing. We have a right to this deposition, and as additional method, we noticed it properly. You have
a right to take the deposition within the terms outlined by the court in the February 10, 2020 minute entry.
Okay. Where is the signed order of that? Because the minute entry is not a signed order.
Well, it's still an order from the court. It's still.
Okay, it's not enforced unless it's signed and on the court report.
Okay. Well, we'll have to disagree about that. So.
Okay. And you won't even tell me who you are. As far as I know, you could be anyone.
I'm Judge Rodrick Coffey. I'm a Superior Court judge. I handle civil cases just like Judge Blanchard.
Well, okay, I'm not turning the camera off. I have a right to record it. They are claiming vulnerability, okay, when he wheels her into the courtroom in a wheelchair, and then we're going to play this game, okay? That's what he did with her husband, okay, in a deposition. And then 3 days later, I see him returning the wheelchair, waltzing into Walgreens like Fred Astaire, okay? So we have all this been going on 6 years. We don't waive a right to a deposition, but we do stand for our rights to take the video because they're claiming vulnerability. And this court wants to take that from us is wrong. Absolutely wrong.
It's additional, not official.
Okay. All right. Anything else? The court's issued the order on this. Anything else, Mr. Eastin?
Additional is already so.
No, Your Honor. I think I just want to understand that if they don't agree to turn the camera off, that we can proceed to leave because they're not taking the deposition according to the court's order. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Ms. Castelli, I apologize. Did you want to address the court separately?
Your Honor, he's coming out to attack.
I've had it with you. I've had it with you.
Get away from
I've had it with you.
Get away.
I've had it with you crap for 6.5 years. I've had it with you.
Your Honor, he's attacking.
I am not attacking you. I'm talking to you.
You are in my face. You are harassing me and intimidating me.
Sir,
I'm
please,
intimidating.
sir,
Honor,
please be respectful of everyone's space.
Me. You shot me, and I'm intimidating you. You burnt my house, and I'm intimidating you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Castelli, are you there? Did you want to address anything?
There wasn't in his face.
We're here.
Thank you.
We want to take this over to Judge Blanchard. When will he be in?
Ms. Castelli, did you want to address anything?
Yeah, I have went over Rule 30 extremely thoroughly, and it states on there that we all have to agree on a method. If no one agrees, then it has to be done by court reporter, which is what we're doing as official method. It also says additional method. Anyone can video on their own expense if they choose. It's Rule 30C, I think it is. And that's all we want to do. We want to be able to, if she dies before trial, then we'll have a video that shows what her demeanor was, her body language, and all that. And that is our right to do as additional method.
Okay. Well, and understand, ma'am, that the discovery rules provide that the court may limit discovery, the methods of discovery that are done. The court has done that very, very thoroughly and in a lot of great detail in this February 10, 2020 order.
Yeah,
I don't know. Hang on. I don't know all of the details of what transpired or what led up to that, and I don't need to know that for today. I just know that the court.
The reason behind that protective order that you're talking about with Flores is because he walked out of a noticed deposition after letting her go on the record, and then all because he refused to not follow Judge Flores' guidelines that only a deponent is usually on the camera, and he was demanding that everybody be on the camera, and he got his way the first time with Gary, and he was trying to do it again with Donna, and it doesn't happen like that.
Right, and this yeah, no, and I know, and this order says that everybody doesn't have to be on camera, but
for no reason.
But it does say that if it's going to be recorded, it has to be by a professional videographer, and that's the order.
Professional videographers. We make a living out of doing this type of work. We have been professional videographers for years.
Well, it says that you have to engage one for that purpose, which suggests someone other than yourselves to do it.
Why? The official record is transcriptionist.
Oh.
We're professionals.
Again, my reading of the order is that you may not record it. So it's up to you. You can go forward with the deposition today without it being recorded by video, or not, and then Judge Blanchard will have to decide the consequence for that.
We're not waiving it, but we're not gonna allow him to sit here and disrupt the deposition like he did last time without video proof. Over 449 objections and Gary's, and we all of it caught on video.
Okay.
Now he just doesn't want that to happen again. And I'm the one that went through the video line by line and got every single one of his objections, and that's deposition abuse.
Okay. Well, that's a different deposition than today, and I'm only here to address the rules for today.
Exactly,
and the rules are laid out very clearly in the February 10, 2020 order. And so again, the choice is that either the deposition goes forward without the video camera on, or it does not, and then it'll be up to Judge Blanchard what the consequence for that will be.
No, we don't feel right that you're taking our right away from us to do it with video when it's additional secondary method.
Okay. Well, that's
a professional do it when we are professional.
That's the order from the court, and again, I'm just following what the February 10, 2020 order says, and that's I'm not going to do something inconsistent with that.
We're not unused to this. This whole case has been nothing but giving him everything he wants from day one. So it's just not any different now.
Okay.
We know this.
Okay. Well, with that said, I've resolved the issue, and we'll be adjourned if the deposition.
No, it didn't resolve anything. All it does is let him have his way again, unlawfully.
Ma'am, I understand you don't like the resolution, but it is a resolution to the issue.
Why don't you go to Reaper.1? And you will see the entire website that has every single thing that this litigation has put us through because of him and his frivolous lawsuit. Well, go ahead. Go to Reaper.1. You'll see an eyeful.
I have other things I need to do today, and judges don't do independent research on cases. So, again, if there are further disputes, let Carla know, and I will be available this afternoon if there are further disputes. But again, the rule is that either the deposition goes forward without the video camera, or it does not go forward. That's up to the defendants. If they choose not to do that, Judge Blanchard will have to decide what to do at that point. So with that said, I'm going to adjourn this hearing and wish everyone a good afternoon.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.